Okay guys, this is a lesson on pedaling. A lot of people have trouble with this, so I thought I'd do a lesson on it. Now I have an electronic keyboard here, so the pedal that I'm using is a foot switch. It's an on-off switch that I plug into the back of my keyboard, and it's either on or off. And so it's either going to sustain the notes or not. If I have it down, and I let it up, and it's gone. And I'm going to try pedaling here with my right hand, or holding it up so you can see what I'm doing. When you pedal, the hardest thing, the most difficult thing, is you need to change just after the chord changes, so that you catch the notes. So your pedal is actually going to be opposite of what your hand's doing. So if I'm pedaling, see, let me put it on the right here, and I'm going to pedal a C chord. As soon as I play, I'm going to lift up on the pedal. So the pedal's down. Start with it down, and I'm going to play, and I catch it. So actually when my hand comes down and plays, that's when the pedal comes up immediately. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's how you pedal, up, down. Your natural tendency is going to have your foot to go up, down with your hand, but it's not. You're going to go up, down when you play. So when I play, as I'm playing, I'm going to go up, down with the pedal. Up, down. And of course it'll be my foot. But up, down, up, down, up, down. Now that's a good exercise to do. Put your right foot on the damper pedal and just start playing some chords and go up, down, up, down, up, down. It should not sound like this. Then you're doing it wrong because you're not catching the notes with the pedal. The pedal should go up, down. So start with the pedal down, and then play a C chord, and then up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Now, not all music is just plain block chords. I know that. But you need to watch where the chord changes, because that's where you're going to change the pedal. Usually, it's once a measure. Sometimes it's twice a measure, but usually it's on a regular interval in music. And your left hand, number 2, is usually the indicator for when the chord is changing. Like if I'm playing something like this, okay, you can tell the left hand chord changes because of the bass note. The bass note will be the lowest note in a group of notes. Okay, whatever the lowest note is in that group is probably the name of your chord or your bass note. So if I'm doing a C chord, I'll do a C chord pattern, and I'm having all these notes in here are not the bass note. This first note that I play with my pinky is the bass note. So I can pedal and hold down the pedal for all these notes because they'll mix nicely with that bass note. But as soon as my bass note changes, I need to change my pedal, because if I don't, then I get a mix of bad notes there. So I'm going to change when my chord changes, bass note. Now it's A. Now it's F, pedal. But see how I'm doing it? When I change the pedal, I'm ready to do the A bass note, and I'm going to go up, down. See that? It's quick. F now. Up, down. And up, down. So that's what I find as a teacher in my experience is finding that most people have trouble doing the up, down, when your hand goes down. So it's the opposite. And you hear that it's wrong, but you don't know how to fix it. And that's the key, is that up, down. You say, well, what about the right hand? Right hand's not going to affect it too much. If you have a lot of notes in the right hand, especially chromatic notes, then yes, you'll have to pedal a little more for that to account for the right hand. But normally you'll be okay if you watch the left hand part. Now, number 3, I put note the register. That means the register of the piano that you're playing. If you're really low in both hands, you're not going to use a lot of pedal. Now, if you're playing on a real piano, you have more play, or more more options with how much pedal you use, because you can press the pedal down halfway or a quarter of the way down, or even flutter pedal and kind of have some different effects with the pedal than you would with an electric piano, because it's just an on-off switch. It's not going to let you have variations in the degradation of your pedal there. So if you're way low, not as much pedal. Watch the blur. Okay? So not as much pedal when you're down low on the piano. If you're up high, you can use a lot more. In fact, you can just leave it down if you're up really high, because it's not going to blur when you're up, in this area on the piano with both hands. So hopefully that will help you guys in your understanding of pedaling.